Alright, Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Kal Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rukakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who do well, laboring this word and doctrine. Salutes to your brothers, pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm just going to get straight into this. Yeah, so, as you can see from the article, certain products are going to be unavailable because of pricing. Alright, so your Heinz beans and ketchup products unavailable in Tesco stores after pricing dispute. The headline says some Kraft Heinz baked beans will be at least unavailable. These are like your common cheap goods, and it's just going to get worse on throughout. Alright. Then tin things ain't that good anyway, but if you have the finances to eat better, because, in this captivity, since it's defiled bread we're eating, you have to make do. If you can, you have to eat the best of the worst. Alright, so this is from Wednesday the 29th of June this year, from Sky News. And then we'll see what the rest of the article says. And it's big. This is Britain's biggest supermarket too. So it goes to read on. Britain's biggest supermarket group, Tesco, says some Kraft Heinz products are not available in its stores due to dispute over pricing. Yeah. It says the US food manufacturers paused supplying some of its items already out of stock, according to the Grocer magazine, which first reported the issue. So baked beans, ketchup, and tomato soup are among the products understood to be affected. And then it'll gradually move on to, bread, milk, etc., I reckon. Alright, the dispute highlights the question of who should bear the biggest cost in the current economic climate, manufacturers, retailers, or consumers. Food manufacturers, like many businesses, are facing rising costs for fuel and commodities. But their bid to recoup those by increasing their prices puts them in conflict with supermarkets such as Tesco, which have vowed to try to keep prices low for consumers. Yeah, and that'll only be temporary. Alright, because we're living in hyperinflation times. Not just inflation, hyperinflation. Alright. So it's just worse on here on out. Consumers are feeling the pain too, which they would. UK inflation reached a more than 40-year high of 9.1% in May, and it's forecast to hit double digits. Yeah. That comes alongside soaring prices for fuel and other increases such as council tax. Yeah, so that's where we're at now. That's where we're at. So I'm going to just get first precept, Revelation 6:6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Right? And the oil and the wine goes into the understanding of the scriptures. And who's going to have the understanding at that time? The elect. Okay. Ultimately, it's going to cost a day's wage. Alright, to buy cheap goods. Basically, let's look at the word for a penny in the Greek, and it is
Strong's G 1220. Denarion.
Alright, denarion. It goes into denarius, meaning containing 10. It goes into a Roman silver coin in the New Testament time. It took its name from its being equal to 10 asses, a number after 217 BC increased to 16, which is approximately 3.898 grams. It was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. From the parable of the labourers in the vineyard, it would seem that a denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wages, right? So that was, the pay for a day's wages back then in Rome. Right, yeah. Wages in ancient Rome, the most widely quoted wages are a denarius a day, for a common soldier, and 2 denarii per day for a Praetorian. Yeah, so this is the time we're coming into. You know, it'd be wise to, yeah, you know, stock up a bit here and there. But obviously, you know, we put our faith, trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You know, because you can stock up what you like. At the end of the day, that's going to get ravaged. That's 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, and this is straight to the point. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And all those are happening now. Alright, but they're going to increase. You know, famine, we're already in the stages of famine. You know. But, you know, spoiler alert, World War III won't happen until the mandatory implementation of the digital all comes into play. Alright. Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, right? And there you go. So yeah, the sword, even that's, you know, in its stages. Famine, death, and destruction. But they're all going to ramp up. Alright, so it's, you know, it behoove you to repent. So yeah, that was just a, you know, quick article that I saw. Yeah, so with that, I'm just going to end it there. Shalom. Shalom to the elect.